We've seen everything in Sebastian Rogers' case, from speculation to drama to downright lies. It's disgusting, and we are losing sight of the most important thing, finding Sebastian. In any case, it's important to look at the people surrounding the missing child. Many times clues and answers lie there. What I am about to share with you now shocked me to my core. I felt sick reading it. Chris Proudfoot's ex-wife, and mother of his daughter, Faith, has another daughter. This daughter is now grown up and wants to share her experience with the Bowersox, in particular Kathy. It is absolutely shocking, and I can't imagine how traumatizing this situation was. Her post is quite long and detailed, with a picture shown at the end to prove that it's her. It reads, "Hi Kathy. It's me, the little girl you thought was going to be little forever. Well, now I'm older and have a voice that needs to be heard, and it will be heard in court one day. You want proof? I am the proof. I've been glancing at a lot of hate comments about my mother, and I don't get involved. But my voice needs to be heard. My mother is not sitting here playing the victim card like you making it seem, but she is probably more concerned about Sebastian's disappearance than you are. By the way, about the whole proof thing, the proof you wanting is right here. I remember everything like it was yesterday. A couple days before I got sick, you came and picked up my little sister to watch her. I remember being sick in the hospital bed and your daughter was sitting with me while my mother went to get clothes because I had to stay in the hospital. You were on the call with your daughter and you told me you loved me and hope I get better, but this whole time you knew what you and your family were plotting on doing to our family, destroying us, giving us trauma that we have to live with for the rest of our lives. I remember when I got out of the hospital, I was making food for me and my brother, then we have a knock on the door. It was a lady with paperwork, and all I heard was my mom crying. I ran out of my room and she was sitting on the floor, crying. Me and my brother were trying to comfort her. Then we got in the car and went to your house. Your husband cracked open the door and was yelling at my mom. My mom was crying and very frantic because she wanted her daughter back. Then I remember seeing a green and black baseball bat being held up to my mom. Me and my brother were just screaming because we didn't want to see my mom get hurt. For the next couple of days, my mom wasn't herself. She was so depressed. I didn't know what was going on until I overheard the conversations she was having with my grandparents that were in New Mexico. Then I finally realized I might not ever see my baby sister again. I fell behind in school because I was so worried. You and your family had people come talk to me and pull me out of class, interrupting my learning time, just so that you guys could make it look like my mother was a bad person, but she's not. You wanted me to lie about my mother just so you guys can gain custody of my sister. I hated being called up to the office because I knew what that meant. I would have to spend hours in there, talking to these people, and then comes the trial. I remember being out in the hallways of the courts, waiting to testify. But I never got the chance to testify because my mom won the trial. I looked at my grandma because my grandma was another witness waiting to testify. I remember going back to the apartment complex we lived at, packed all our stuff and getting ready to go to the sheriff's office. It was night time when we arrived. I seen lots of your family members there. My mom gets out of the truck, wanting my sister, and then you guys gave her a hard time. I was scared sitting in the back seat listening to all the chaos. Then your son Christopher grabbed my mom's purse and dumped it all over the driver's seat, trying to find a key, and his sister Melissa recording, and I won't ever forget the words she said. Just put the truck in reverse and run her over. I was so scared that my mom was going to get run over. I remember my mom grabbed my and my little sister and ran to the sheriff department doors. They let us in a back room, and we sat there for a long time. When we got in the freeway, and I looked behind us, I saw Christopher's dad and stepmom's car following us. I was so scared. The post then goes on to say, "Do you remember this picture? It was my birthday. I got to see my sister for an hour at the park. You guys were watching us like a hawk, and I remember crying because all I wanted was my sister and my family to be happy again." She ended off the post saying that they will keep Sebastian in their prayers. This post really hit hard. I have very few words to describe it, but I fully believe Nina's daughter, and I don't think she will make any of this up. What do you guys think? Drop your thoughts down below.